In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to slow down your video clips using Adobe Premiere Pro. Welcome back to the channel. My name is CJam and here we are already inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, and we have some video clips here that we're going to slow down to get some smooth slow motion effects. Now, these clips that we're going to be using, I got them from Envato Elements. Now, this video is sponsored by Envato Elements, but I'll talk a little bit more about them later on. All right, so here's our first clip of the lady jumping rope in the gym. Right now, let's go ahead and press play and see what the clip looks like. That's it right there. No, this is 25 frames per second. Remember that, but my timeline is 24 frames per second. Now, if I wanted to slow this down, because 25 frames per second is so close to 24 frames per second, which is our timeline's frame rate, I could only slow this down to about 96% before it starts looking choppy. All I have to do is right click on the clip and then go to speed and duration and then enter 96%. Right now, if I go back to the beginning and press play, you can see that it basically looks the same, right? If I wanted to slow this down some more, like about 50%, right? Let me go back, let me right click on it, speed and duration, and then hit 50%, and now I can press play because I want it to be slowed down some more, right? Let's press play, and you can see that it's looking really choppy, right? Let's go back to the beginning. See that it's not flowing smoothly, it's really like jittery, right? That's because the clip wasn't filmed at a high enough frame rate for me to slow it down effectively within my 24 frames per second timeline, right? Now, if I were to go to my other clip here that I also got from Envato Elements, let me turn it on right here. This girl right here that's dancing with the headphones, this clip is 60 frames per second and my timeline is 24 frames per second. So that gives me a little bit more wiggle room. So now with this clip that's 60 frames per second, I can slow it down to about 40%, right? And how you work that out is you have your timeline's frame rate divided by your video clip's frame rate times 100, and that's how you know how much you can slow it down. So let's press play and see what it looks like before we slow it down, right? So here we are, that's looking pretty good. Now, if I wanted to slow it down some more to 40%, because we did our calculations, right? All I have to do is right click and then go to speed and duration and then enter 40% here. Now let's press play and see what we have. And you see it's slowed down nice and smooth, and it's not jittery like the first clip was of the lady that's jumping rope in the gym, right? Let's go back to the beginning. That's nice and smooth, right? Now we can go even further with a clip that's 120 frames per second. This clip is a clip that I recorded at a wedding that I filmed recently. It's right here. If I were to go ahead and play this clip to let you see what it looks like, you see the bride is just walking, right? But this is 120 frames per second. I filmed this at 120 frames because I knew that when I'm editing this wedding video to send to my client, I wanted this clip to be used in super slow motion, right? No, my timeline is 24 frames per second. My video clip is 120 frames per second. Now, using the formula that I discussed earlier, 24 divided by 120 times 100, that is 20%. So I can slow this clip down to 20%. Now, to do that, as you know, right click, go to speed and duration, and then 20%. Now, if I press play, you see how slow that is. Look how cool that is. It's almost as if she's walking straight out of a movie. See that? Let's go back, Control and Z to undo that and show you what it was before. See, she's just walking. If I were to redo that, Control Shift and Z, you'll see it's nice and slow. Now, earlier I mentioned that this video is sponsored by Envato Elements, and I've been using Envato Elements for the past 5 years to get stock footage to level up my video productions and my YouTube tutorials just like this one. And what's super cool is that there's no limit to how much you can download with a subscription from Envato Elements. You can try Envato Elements free, yes, completely free for 7 days, and when you fall in love with it, you can get a 70% discount from a month's subscription from their website. So go ahead and check out those links down below. So that's how you effectively slow down your video clips. So let me know, did you know these secrets to slowing down clips in Adobe Premiere Pro before? And have you ever actually slowed down a clip in Adobe Premiere Pro before? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this tutorial and you'd love to see more of my video editing tips, click right on the screen to watch this tutorial right now.